he played against who was ranked so much higher than he is, he really pushed them. And I think he's showing that he's got the level in him that is above his rank.
That suffered from cardiac cancer when he was only 1 year of age.
When I'm on the court, I feel free. And when I'm playing, I just feel relaxed and, in the zone. Highlight of my career so far has been playing main draw doubles of Wimbledon. That was a really cool experience. And also practicing with Andy Murray, which is pretty cool. I mean, sometimes as a tennis player, it can be pretty hard. Traveling is tough. I like it, but sometimes it can get, it's a pretty lonely sport. You can go from kind of hotel room to hotel room around the world. You miss your family, your friends. My dad has had a huge effect on my career. And I mean, he coached me since I was 3.
My family. I have 3 lovely boys, a lovely wife.
This is where Ryan started practicing his tennis at 3 years of age.
Yeah, so my dad, he's a retired train driver. He drove trains for over 30 years. And yeah, he's kind of started tennis quite late. Yeah, my dad, he paints as well. He's a really good artist. I don't think he knows quite how good he is. He looks surprised when people kind of tell him how good his paintings are. Having my dad coach me has been a journey, for sure. We've definitely had great times. We've also had tough times, like heated times on the court, for sure.
We have had our tiffs together. In fact, we've been thrown out of many clubs.
My tennis career started, there's a kind of a funny story.
There was a knock on the door and there was a very irate neighbour saying that apples had been thrown over into his garden.
Me and my brothers were kind of playing outdoors in the garden, and we have an apple tree. So there was like apples that fell, and my dad had some tennis rackets, and me and my brothers, we literally got the rackets and the apples and we just started hitting them like everywhere.
And I noticed Ryan was extremely good at it.
So after that he said, let's try a game of tennis, and the rest is history.
When he was 2, he was diagnosed with cancer. And as you can imagine, that threw us into a whole different type of world and existence.
And yeah, I had chemotherapy, and there were some amazing people around me that helped me overcome it. And yeah, it must have been really hard on my family, for sure. My parents don't really speak about when I was younger. I don't know why. I guess it probably was one of the worst times in their lives.
And so that was a tough time. But I think it made us very strong as a unit, very strong. His first professional winnings, he actually donated to Arts Hospital, which I thought was extremely good of him.
The earliest tennis trophy. Right, now this is going to make you laugh. It was that. Okay? A tube of Rolos. His most recent one is this one. Prague Open.
And when he got to the age of 12, when he beat me in the club final, I thought, we're going to have to do something about this. I would have liked him to have stayed in England, of course, and I'd like to have him stayed at home.
I didn't live at home since I was 13. I moved to France, and at the time I kind of felt like it wasn't a big deal.
We went to France and found this very, very beautiful, well-run family-type academy.
Now that I'm older, I kind of look back at it, and it was quite a big move. But at the time, you know, bright-eyed kid.
He really did fall in love with it, and he was never the same, and we've never been the same since. You know, sometimes you have to make a decision. It was a very difficult decision. You're only as good as the amount you're willing to sacrifice. And on the day I had to leave him there, I got so pissed at Nice airport that they wouldn't let me on the flight. It took me nearly 3 days to make it back home. So.
Unfortunately, Ryan can't be here. He's not here today because he's in Portugal playing a tournament. So the schedule was pretty tight, and it was a last-minute decision. So unfortunately, tennis, you're always chasing professional points, and you may be one side of the planet one day, and you have to get to the other side the next, or maybe that same day. It's just one of those things. At the moment, I'm helping, coaching, helping 3 young lads. You always worry about your kids, doesn't matter how old they are. Yeah, of course, I always worry. Always concerned, and I like being with him, you know, a lot of the times, because we are together.
My ambitions for the future would be to, one, play main draw of Wimbledon. I want to be the best tennis player I can be, and have a healthy family. Not just in my career, I think he's had a huge part in my life, helping me grow up, become a better person, a better tennis player, I hope.